All right, back doing Celtics post-game stuff in my studio on my couch. I have not done post-game for the past two games, and I have a very good reason why. The first one against the Nets, I was at a Friendsgiving and didn't have my computer because YouTube won't let me do live from my phone yet because I'm not popular enough yet. Don't worry, that'll change soon. And then the second one against the Nets, I slept through that one, so I didn't do live after the game because I was actually asleep. So two very good excuses, very reasonable excuses that anyone can understand and appreciate. But back doing it today as the Celtics played in a an matinee game at Madison Square Garden, where they did win 113-104, but they decided to win about halfway through the fourth quarter. They said, you know what, let's just go ahead and win this game because up until then it was neck and neck. The Knicks were ahead by 6, Knicks were ahead by 8, by 4, by 2, back up to 8. It was going back and forth like that, and then the Celtics said, "We're much better than this team. Let's just pull away now," and that's what they did. And listen, all that matters is winning these games at the end. I think you'd like to see them dominate a team that they're much better than the Knicks for more than just half of a quarter, but if that's all that they really took. I mean, I think that speaks to how poor the Knicks are and the talent of the Celtics when they want to, that they can play games like this where they just sort of stay alive and then decide to pull away. But at the same time, there's still plenty to work on. I thought the guy who really kept them in the game, the player of the game was Tatum, who had a career high in assists and 30 points. But the player of the game to me, in a lot of ways, was also Enes Kanter, who may not be talked about a whole lot. He only played 16 minutes in this game, but he finished with 11 point, 11 rebound, double-double. I thought it was his best game as a Celtic, and he really kept them alive with his offensive rebounding and putbacks, and he was a tremendous help in the paint. I would like to see Kanter continue to get more minutes on this team. I know Brad Stevens has something against him. I'm going to take off my glasses because they're blurry, because he's not a good defender. No one's saying he's a good defender, but he gives them something that they don't have on offense with any of their other bigs. He's the best rebounder on the team. He is a smart player on offense. He's a good passer out of the post. He has a soft touch. I'd like to see him continue to get more minutes. I think he has been undervalued with what the Celtics have done with him so far. So glad to see that from Enes Kanter. Glad to see him playing well and helping the Celtics really stay alive when they weren't looking too great and putting up that much of an effort against the Knicks. Jaylen Brown came on really strong in the fourth quarter, especially in the second half, and especially the fourth quarter. Said that in reverse, no big deal. Finished with 28 points, 5 rebounds, hit a couple big shots. Kemba Walker finished with a double-double, 16 and 10. So overall, I don't think that the stats and these numbers, 28 from Brown and 30 from Tatum and a double-double from Walker and Kanter don't tell the full picture that the Celtics struggled for a lot of this game. But ultimately, listen, like I've said before many times, there's no style points in the NBA. You get the win, you get the win. So they pick up a road win, go back in the win column after what I think most people would say would be a frustrating loss to the Nets the other day. Though it was a weird time, a noon start after Thanksgiving. I can kind of forgive that loss on the road, noon after Thanksgiving. It's a weird time. Also, I've been very critical of him, but I like what I saw out of Grant Williams today. He played 22 minutes, which I still think is a little bit too much for him, but whatever. Only 4 points, but I thought he played really smart. Those were actually 4 big points, believe it or not, that he scored in to keep the Celtics sort of afloat when they were struggling. Some nice little moves to take his man, sort of shake, move into the paint, rise up, and score both times. I thought that was good. So an improved performance out of Grant Williams, who, again, I've been critical of, but I thought he was good tonight. So overall, you'll take the win. You'd like to see him win by more of the Knicks, but whatever, that's what it is. I will be back and doing these again consistently. It's just with the holiday week and me being tired that it was, weird scheduling for the post game stuff. But don't worry, I know all 823,000 of you really are excited about every one I do of these, so I will continue. And that will be on Wednesday as the Celtics have a good one against the Heat, as they have a nice little homestand coming up here in the month of December. They're home a lot, so we shall see. The Heat are neck and neck with the Celtics in the Eastern Conference, so it should be a good test. And then they got Denver, who they are going to try to avenge that loss to just last week. So exciting week for the Celtics. We'll see how it plays out. I will see you after the next game. All right. See you, everybody.